Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So, last week you'll know that Crunchyroll and A+ were on a massive promotional push to try and get interest out there about Dante. And if you go on to Google and you click news and you type Dante, I don't even think you need to type Street Fighter. If you just type Dante Devil May Cry, you will see loads and loads of articles from all sorts of different websites that were paid articles. Basically, rather than going out and paying YouTubers and stuff like that to promote an upcoming collab, they went to publications like Games Radar and all that type of stuff and paid them basically to write articles about the game, what's coming, the standard promotional stuff, right? And as part of that, they provide certain images and screenshots. Sometimes they give some to some outlets, sometimes they give others to others, so that they can have a little bit of variation among the articles that they put out. One of these articles was provided images by A+, and as you guys know, it showed that SAGAT was going to be dropping in game and he would have been available for you guys to pick up from the shop, 4 copies as part of the event. This is not uncommon, right? Just to be clear, this is not uncommon. If you play games like AFK Arena and stuff, the higher tier characters like the equivalent of Master and Inferno, you can pick them up in event shops, and 4 copies, everything lined up, looked absolutely spot on. I also checked with one of the staff members at the time and they said if that's how it is in the beta at the moment, then tentatively speaking, subject to change. Hopefully that's what we can expect to get. Now, keyword there, subject to change, and in the other video I did say subject to change, you know, but because it was such a positive move, I hoped that it wasn't going to be changed, it wasn't going to be something that they would not add to the game, because it would have been the first proper, in my opinion, player focused thing that they really did in the game to make players feel a little bit more valued, you know. People who were going to summon for Dante, if they bought packs, they would obviously have got the soul stones, and they could have used those soul stones to pick up maybe a copy of SAGAT if they got Dante, or if they didn't, it would have made the value of that a lot better. However, it looks like we are not going to be getting Dante. How do I know this? Well, if we go into the gallery, the new units who are dropping tomorrow are already in the gallery. And we can see, obviously, hello, Dante, nice to see you. You've been added in the update, we know we're getting you. We scroll down, however, you can see that the Inferno characters that are listed are Judy, Bison, Vega, and Ken. Now, just in case, we'll scroll down further and we can see that there is no Vega. Okay, no, not Vega, there's no SAGAT, right? So the fact that there's no SAGAT here really is now looking like SAGAT isn't going to be added. Okay, now to be fair, I know a lot of you guys probably thought to yourselves, no chance this company, just to be clear, it's Topjoy, it's not Crunchyroll, it's not A+. There's no chance that company is going to let us pick up a top tier unit, potentially. Because we've not seen his kit yet, so they could have nerfed the absolute shit out of him. We don't know, right? So there's no way they're going to let us pick up a top tier fan favourite character for potentially free from an event trade-in, you know? I naively hoped, I'm not going to say thought, I'm going to say hoped, that they were going to stick to doing this. Because, you know what, as much as PR spin might try and deny it, there is a massive drop-off, right? There's a massive drop-off. I can see it in my video views, I can see it in other people's video views, I can see it in search volume on YouTube. Not only that, there was recently a quote from Dino that said that we have a really strong 100k plus player base. If I remember right, when we look back to over a month ago when we had the sensor tower numbers that had come from like how many people had downloaded the game, how many people had spent money on the game, blah blah blah, there was something like, what was it, 5 million or 2 million downloads or something, and we've only got 100k active players. I don't know how you spin that as a positive. Sure, 100k players is a decent amount of players for a game that's only 2 months old, but the retention rate there, if over 1.5 million, 2 million have downloaded the thing, and only 100k have stuck around to play it, is that really that positive, you know? If you also look at revenue, in the first month, again according to Sensor Tower, it's not always accurate, the game made 10 million. If you fast forward 1 month later and look at Sensor Tower, the game made 5 million. That is a massive drop off, right? People might say that, well, there wasn't really anything as hype. Akuma? I mean, I know his banner wasn't like the best, but neither was Ken's, and it made 10 million, so there's clearly some form of drop off there, right? And it's pretty substantial. So having things like SAGAT launching in game and you being able to pick up a couple of copies of him, a couple of copies? You go drink him? A couple of copies of him for taking part in the event, for earning currency, would have been a huge positive. In my opinion, it would have been a massive positive move for the game. And by looking at the gallery, with how they release their unit information, with how they kind of add things in on batches at the update, it does seriously look like he is not coming, right? Now, I am putting this video out before the game updates tomorrow. Now, I'm low-key doing that on purpose now. Just allow me to explain why I'm low-key doing that on purpose, okay? The developers, we have seen evidence that they've seen my videos before, because I've called them out on stuff like missing rewards in the AFK and stuff like that, and immediately within 24 hours they go in and they magically fix it, right? So here's my thoughts here, right? If they are about to push the update tomorrow for the actual event and he is not going to be there, which it seriously does look like it is the case, right? If they see these videos and if they see you guys commenting down below about how, hell, that's hella greedy, that's BS, this is the one thing I was looking forward to, yada yada yada, then they can see documented evidence that this is not something that players like appreciate. We know that you and your like mind had decided that this is what you were going to do potentially based on the beta, and you've now decided, you know what, they would pay for him, they would pay for SAGAT, so why would we give them any copies of SAGAT for free, right? Now, I personally think that's dumb. Like, let me just explain why I think that's dumb. The reason I think that's dumb is because even if they gave us 4 copies of SAGAT, fantastic, you've given us 4 copies of SAGAT, I still need another 10 to actually get them to SSS, right? So it's not as if people are going to suddenly go, oh, you gave us 4 copies of SAGAT, well done, screw you, but I'm not going to summon now. That's not going to happen. If anything, you're more likely to make people summon, because instead of needing 14 copies, they need 10 copies, which is still a lot of copies, but the reality is 10 is lower than 14, so it's more attractive, right? Plain and simple, it is more attractive. It's more likely to get people to go into the banner and go, I wonder if I can pick up a couple of copies of this guy. Doing what this is, no, you're going to have a wait, you're going to push them out in the middle of the month, you're going to make a big deal about it, and hype is just going to go. That's what's going to happen. And I am hoping that as they have not yet pushed the button, they might see this video before they push out the content tomorrow. They could put they could put SAGAT into the Dante event, we could redeem them, and you know what? They could pretend it was what they were going to do all the time. They could literally just pretend that's always what they were going to do, right? So my hope is that if you guys comment down below, if you say, even if you say Hayzink, shut up, I don't care, right? Whatever. But if you say that this was one of the things that you were looking forward to, if you would say things like this is the type of thing that was going to restore your faith in the game, being more free-to-play friendly, being more player-focused and stuff like that, then maybe, with the slimmest modicum of hope, I'm saying this, maybe they will listen, maybe they will take action. But who knows? Like, I mean, if they took action, if they listened to the things that I said in videos, fuck, we would have a better game. Like, facts are facts, we would have a better game. I'm not saying that I'm like the arbiter of like the best wisdom ever, but I really don't think there's a single thing I've said in this game that wouldn't improve the game. Like, if they had shown people pity numbers, kept pity, have the bars at the side when people are summoning where they can get copies of the unit for hitting certain milestones, having events that are slightly more rewarding, having less dupes required. Tell me which one of those things wouldn't make the game a better game. And at this stage, because I'm seeing a drop off in popularity and searches and spending and player numbers, why would you not want to move to a more player-centric kind of function within your game? Because I've said this since day one, happy players spend money. It's a no-brainer. Do you know what I mean? If you literally keep taking a dump in someone's pocket, why do they keep coming back to your house? Do you know what I mean? That's the way I see it. And I just feel like if they make these more player forward moves, like doing what was clearly in the beta images, put SAGAT into the event, let people summon them, you'll have a happier player base. And again, a happier player base is a more positive player base. They spread that positivity with their friends, with their random people that they've met on Tinterweb, people on Tinder, I don't know, like you might have it in their Tinder bio, hey, I'm #1 in Street Fighter Duel, let's bang. I don't know. But all of this is positivity. It all spreads good feelings about the game, and ultimately, top joy, it would make you more money. It would definitely make you more money. It would make us players have more fun, and we wouldn't feel like you are doing this with every bit of money out of our pockets. Because I'm telling you, I've been telling you for a while, player sentiment is just going to keep going until it hits rock bottom, and then at that point, there is no way back. Said what I've got to say. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, support this message by commenting down below. Call them greedy, whatever. I don't care. I've been Hayzink. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.